I'm with my stepdad, Brad. Just working in EB for about 17 years now. I'm about to interview him, see how my information is, see if it compares correctly, all that. So, how did you go about getting hired? And what path did you take?
How did I get hired? Well, I quit my job at Sikorsky because I wanted to stay in the United States more. So I applied over at EB as an engineer, and they couldn't. My security clearance was higher than what they proceeded to give me. So they had no position for my type of job I was requiring. So I took a drafting job.
What's that mean? A drafting job?
That's when you draw pretty little pictures on paper. At the time it was paper. We got into doing computer-aided drafting my second year there.
So you're doing the blueprints and all that?
Yes.
You got to go down and see, work on the boats?
Yes, I had the opportunity to do a rotation at EB where I spent 2 years over at Quonset Point learning all the trades, techniques, and making a better boat when designing CATIA.
CATIA, and
that's our computer that we do aided drafting on. And it does calculations for us, making sure we're not putting something in the wrong place or having noise problems.
And so you worked over at the Groton one as well?
Yes, I started in Groton.
Yeah. So what's that environment like?
Noisy, I can say that much. I worked in a lot of the buildings, nuclear and waterfront, worked down on the boats, going down, answering questions for the trades, and then if it was a problem, we wrote what they call an engineer report. It's basically an ER against the drawing, where we fixed the problem and got the trades back working on that particular boat in more hulls involved on it.
What tools or skills are required for working at EB as an engineer?
Well, you need a BS degree in the engineering field that you're required to do. I'm electrical. I also hold a mechanical degree, so I can work in structural or mechanical. The difference between that, structural deals with steel and placing the mechanical devices within that hull. But I prefer doing the cabling. It was
The
easier
cabling for like the boats?
Yeah, all the electrical stuff that connect to the machines.
That's what's up. So I did a little bit of research on like the president of it. Well, I'm assuming that's not who you like really work for. So who's like your manager or like CEO that really instructs you?
My supervisor is Glenn Lako. Our title is, my title right now is Senior Design Externals. And externals are all the cables that are outside the pressure hull or on the outside of the sub that actually you can't really see because they're buried within the rubber skin. But my manager, we just received a new manager. I really don't know his name yet. My old manager was Sean Hathaway, and my design manager for engineering is Jesse Nye.
Yeah, I've heard you talk a lot about Glenn. He a good person?
He's an awesome person to work for.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
He's one of the better supervisors to work for because he helps you as long as you help him, so to speak. He treats you as a person, not as a number.
That's good to hear. So, how was the transition over from working over there to coming and working at home? How stressful was that?
That took a lot of stress off my mind. I got anxiety issues dealing with a lot of people because I don't like crowds. Can't stand them. But in that environment, if I work over there, I have to deal with it. So they usually put me in my own office, so no one bothers me too much.
I understand that. Easier to work in an isolated space.
Plus, I get all the free coffee at my house.
All the free coffee. So, like, after completing a blueprint or researching about a sub, you feel like rewarded after completing it?
Yes, I find information better than anyone there. I actually know how to find the information, and I have contacts that I deal with because my job working for Glenn is I work on the TSS SLC, which is deep submersible submarine stuff, along with SubSafe, which protects the personnel inside the sub, making sure that they have a safe journey to and from.
You ever had an incident where someone didn't have a safe journey because of your work?
No, I triple check my work, and I've actually gone up against managers, my managers, on changing stuff because the calculations were off.
Yeah, no, you're a pretty intelligent person, so I wouldn't doubt that.
Well, I have 180 IQ. What do you want with it?
Damn. Did you lose any sleep over the job?
Nope, really don't. I separate my work from my family life, my
That's
personal
good to
life.
hear, yeah. Now you just keep it all over there.
Yep, it's just a job.
It's a good way of looking at it. So I know you're working at home, but you still talk to a lot of people while working?
Oh, constantly. I'm always on the phone with engineers, my boss, and other draftsmen in our group.
So you work in a team?
Yes, always a team.
Always a team.
Can't work by yourself and get something done 100%. You gotta have a team.
And now you're usually working on big projects, right?
Yes, multi-million-dollar projects.
So what tools do you use while working?
My contacts with different engineers throughout different groups. I deal with HVAC, a lot of electrical, structural, mechanical. I have a lot of engineers contact me on certain things that I'm working on, and I contact them back for making sure everything's working properly.
So when you were working over there in Groton or Quonset, did you feel like drained after working, physically drained?
Sometimes.
And what would cause that?
Overthinking a problem. Not getting the answers I needed right away. I'm a stickler on get my answer right away. I actually hound engineers for it. But in turn, I mean, if the engineer came to me and wanted something right away, I stopped what I'm doing and I gave it to him. And it just basically showed respect. And they respect me when I call them.
It's good to hear. Yeah, not a lot of people are like that, so it's good you have a good team on your house.
Right. If I don't get an answer from one guy, I go to their supervisor and get it from him. Of course, they get a little pissy when I do that.
So now that you're working at home, do you feel more isolated than when you were working out there?
Yeah, I don't have the opportunity of going down to the boat.
Mm.
I still have to go in if it's a classified meeting and sit in the EVS room and chat with the Navy. That cannot be done over Zoom. We have what they call Zoom government. So when we do our status meetings or any other meetings, we can chat, but we can't relay what type of drone we're on.
Mm.
We don't give out the drone names.
So it's like it's encrypted into that one little Zoom call.
Well, I wouldn't say it's encrypted. The only ones that are encrypted are the classified ones.
Mm.
It would cost EB way too much money.
Yeah, and I just figured because it was like a government type of app, like would have been.
Well, it's a special one.
Would have been a little more secretive.
Yeah, it's a special one. It's basically it's kind of on the open web, but yet it's not. It has two firewalls that protect it.
Mm. But going back to the environment of the Groton EB site, how spacious was it? You said there's a lot of people over there.
There's over 8,000 people in Groton.
You think there's enough area for all those people in the buildings?
Not all at once.
Mm.
That's why we have shifts.
Oh yeah.
We have 3 shifts. So, and I had the day shift, so we had maybe about 2,500 people there. We have a lot of parking because you got to find parking for people. We have vans that bring people in because they don't want to drive. So we have over 65 vans that bring people in.
I don't remember it too well, but when you were younger, you used to drive somewhere and the shuttle bus would pick you up?
Yeah, I drive down to the L lot, and that's when I got transferred to New London.
Mm.
And that's the old Pfizer building, so it houses the maximum we can have in that building. Those buildings is 3,500 people. But when COVID hit, a lot of us got to go home. The higher up designers, if you're a designer, you could work from home.
And so you got that opportunity?
I got that opportunity and I took it. And I've been working from home for about 4 years now.
Would you like to share your income on how you're doing right now?
Well, I make about $85,000 a year. And if I do overtime, I'm easily $105,000.
I think the most important question is, why did you go into this profession?
I'm really good with numbers and calculations. I like the challenge. And I just like helping and making sure people are safe in the environment that we're designing for them.
Oh yeah.
It's not because of the money, it's because I think, you build something, build it correctly. So we don't have problems. We've lost, EB built quite a number of boats, and we are in the world with submarines the safest for submarine building. We only lost 2 boats the USS Thrasher off of Massachusetts, and another one, I think it was the 782 boat, which hit an underground mountain.
Yeah.
Ripped off the entire nose of the submarine, but yet because the way the submarine was built, it came back on its own power. But when EB got it to repair it, it cost too much money to repair, so the 782 boat never sailed again. And of course, everyone heard